How you doing? I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. Today is Fun Fact Friday, and I'm going to start you guys off. My topic is about women. So all you ladies out there, tune in and listen closely. Some of my facts you might know, some of these facts might be new to you. Me being a woman myself, I learned a lot of new things, so hopefully you guys will learn just as I did. So let's get started.
Let's get started.
I have 10 minutes to get through all of my facts. So right now it's 4:26. By 4:36, hopefully I'll be done. You guys
Alrighty,
ready?
let's do it.
Okay. Number 1. Women are more rational than men. That's because of our that's because of a thicker cerebral cortex. Hence why we are deemed as always being right. A woman knows.
I didn't know that about the cerebral cortex.
Yeah. Number 2. Ever heard of the saying less is more? Do you know where it comes from? The female brain is 9% smaller than our male counterpart, but still we have an equal number of brain cells compared to men.
Wow.
Number 3. Women have larger pupils compared to men. That's why we blink about 19 times in 1 minute, whereas men only blink around 11 times in 1 minute.
Alright, see now I gotta start paying attention to myself 'cause I feel like I blink all the time.
Number 4. Women spend nearly 1 year of their lives deciding what to wear. How true do you believe this to be?
I believe that to be 100,000% true. It's all good though. You're supposed to want to look really nice.
All the time. I mean, sometimes, what I'm saying, it's hard to know what you want to wear because we're fashion queens. We always want to go out in style.
Right.
Um, Number 5. The youngest girl to ever be divorced was 10 years old. Who knows what kind of marital problems you have at that age? Maybe he didn't set the timer to the right degrees on the little Tyke's
he didn't
kitchen
have.
set.
I'm about to say he didn't make enough Play-Doh spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? He always complaining about his Play-Doh spaghetti.
Number 6. Women spend over 4 years in total of their lives menstruating. Take note to the fact that I said over 4 years. That's because the start of a woman's cycle differentiates.
Oh my God, that's just that alone right there shows me how much you actually have to go through. I pray for you when it comes to things like that, because I don't, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand, you know what I'm saying? Because me finding this out myself, it's an eye opener. I mean, it does seem like more times, but I mean, over 4 years is a lot of years in your whole total life, you know what I'm saying? Which leads me into my next fact. Number 7. The earliest age a female can start her period that would be considered normal would be age 8. But the earliest female to ever have her period recorded in history happened at the age of 8 months old. Talk about mind blowing.
That's very mind blowing. Just the fact that 8-month-old babies already, they got to deal with teething and deal with all that other stuff.
So now they have to deal with hormones and
problems
stuff, and probably cramping. Who knows? Because my daughter right now is 9 months. So just a month ago, let's say she would have started her period. That would be insane. That means me and her will be bleeding at the same time.
My God.
Number 8. Instead of chest pain, heart attacks in women consist of nausea, indigestion, and shoulder aches. These symptoms are very common in the female community, so pay attention to your body. Although it is very common, there will always be something slightly different to alert you something is wrong. So please don't ignore it.
Please don't.
Because I experience nausea like all the time.
And you want to make sure that that's something you taking care of because, man, sounds tiring.
Number 9. Women on average cry between 30 to 64 times a year, while men only cry between 6 and 17 times. What can we say? It's tough being a female.
Yeah. Sometimes I consider myself a female. I feel like I cry about 64 times in a year. I'm going to be real.
For real?
I've cried a lot. I'm sorry, fellas. I don't want to sound any not masculine, but I cry. I can cry, man. I really can. I don't have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see it as in a sense of me just crying. I see it in a sense of me like I'm just a very emotional being.
Number 10. The term vagina was first used on film in Walt Disney's production, The Story of Menstruation. This 1946 film explains menstruation and gives tips on how to help women stop feeling sorry for themselves. Are you surprised? Personally, I don't know how to feel.
I did not know that. Did not know they had Walt Disney even set up that. I didn't even know. Well, it's a different time. You know what I'm saying? In the 40s, all those different times, you could do things that were, I guess, you can consider accepted. I guess I'm more so shocked by the fact that you had a movie fact in there.
I mean, the it's just the fact that it's supposed to, you know what I'm saying, give tips on how we should stop feeling sorry for ourselves. Like, what is that even supposed to mean? Like, we're not supposed to feel sorry for the things that we go through. You
Yeah.
can tell what type of timing he's on, how he truly do feel about women. If he feels like we should stop feeling sorry for ourselves, he obviously didn't do his research like I did. Because even if I wasn't a woman, these facts would be enough for me to change my perspective on them, because I myself didn't know that we go through so much.
Products of them old times. You know what I'm saying? A woman was supposed to know her place and stay in it, and that's not. That's how a lot of people move. That's not how I would ever maneuver. You know what I'm saying? But that was the world at that time.
I got bonus facts too, just in case I had time, and I do. A woman's clitoris grows throughout her lifetime. This means that many women in their 40s and 50s have stronger orgasm than they did during teens and 20s.
Jesus.
So, I mean, that gave me food for thought. So it's like, should I be waiting until my 40s and 50s to be busting? Seriously.
Hey, just be careful. There's other physicalities to worry about as far as that goes. But then I mean, yeah, like I'm not trying to shade nobody out there that's 40 and 50. You know what I'm saying? Get it how you live.
Okay. This one was really eye opening to me. So, you guys, tune into this. In the 1940s, women in the United States advertised products to gain weight and thus become more ideally curvy and beautiful. Men wouldn't look at me when I was skinny, said one advertisement, but since I gained 10 pounds, this new easy way, I have all the dates that I want. Does this agenda sound familiar? I mean, history does repeat itself.
Yeah, yeah, that's putting it boldly. History does repeat itself.
It seems like now a lot of our women are gaining weight in certain places at earlier ages. I wonder why.
God, I wonder. Yeah, yeah, I wonder why too.
This is also important. Around the world, one woman dies every 90 seconds from complications of pregnancy or childbirth. So, make sure, ladies, you are at your calmest and healthiest state. Take on yoga if you can and exercise daily if possible. And always pray for a sound mind.
Please, please, always, always. We need the women to be very strong. We need all of our women to be strong for because y'all carry the future, which is the youth. And not just because of that, just because, you know what I'm saying, you're very, very much so appreciated. I want that to be known. At least coming from me, you are very appreciated. All women are very appreciated for the hardships that y'all have to go through.
In the 16th century, women in France could charge their husbands with impotence as a reason for divorce. The convicted husbands would have to prove themselves in a public trial through successfully ejaculating. How do you feel about that?
Oh, wow. Oh, product of the 16th century. That's how I can feel about that. There's a lot of things that's very different as we see in this day and age. We're gonna look like what, you know what I'm saying? It's because it was different times. That's all I can chalk it up to.
And last, and certainly least, on average in the US, full-time women, full-time working women, earn 80 cents for every dollar earned by men.
Really? Hold on. Wow, wow. I'm not gonna lie. You gave some mind blowing women facts. Some stuff I'm gonna have to sit there and think about. more and more.
These facts, you know what I'm saying, were eye opening to me, and it shows me as ladies we should stop trying to compete with each other and stick together because it's hard out here in a man's world. You know what I'm saying? We're not just competing against each other, we're really competing against men. And it's not, you know what I'm saying, targeted to all men, but you know what I'm saying, the masses. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Look at the stuff that we go through. Look at the way that they try to downplay the way that we should feel about ourselves and our hardships. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy out here. So, hopefully, for all the ladies listening to this, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you have towards the next woman, you let it go because you see how hard it is for us, really.
That was very well put.
Thank you. And now we're on to Mr. Ace.
All right, let me go ahead and chime into this thing so everybody know me. If you do know me, you know that one of the favorite things that I love in this life is film. So, my fun fact Friday is about things you didn't know about certain films. So I'm gonna go ahead and dive into this one. The first thing. All right. So the first thing is one of my favorites, one of my fan favorites. Um, the 1995 film, Toy Story. The Buzz Lightyear's original name in Toy Story was Lunar Larry. So they didn't want to go with that because I mean, just for obvious reasons. I mean, you listen to Buzz Lightyear, you listen to Lunar Larry, you hear that. It's like, it seemed like they just threw that one together. Also, they wanted to call him Buzz Lightyear because he was paying homage to an actual real astronaut. In real life, his name was Buzz Aldrin. I didn't know that until today. I was today years old, everybody. Two. There was a specific production budget set aside for cocaine during the shooting of the Blues Brothers. That goes to show you how much crack was, cocaine was ruling, you know what I'm saying? And at this time, because they had to set aside a whole budget just for everybody to get their fix while being on set. I find that very crazy. Um, Number three, during the film, and I'm sure a lot of people knew this if you're really up on your films and stuff. During the filming of Django Unchained, Leonardo DiCaprio actually really cut his hand open during a scene, but he stayed in character, ultimately wiping the blood on Kerry Washington's face because he was supposed to be very disrespectful toward black people. And a lot of people don't know that that was his real blood. He really had to go get hospitalized after that because he cut his hand pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? But that just goes to show you the devotion that people, these actors have, you know what I'm saying, to keep y'all entertained. It's deep. Not for all of them, but for him it is. That's why he, you know what I'm saying, people think he got blackballed a lot by not winning certain awards. Cause it's like, man, if you do that, I cut my hand, I know I'll probably start screaming. Um, Here's another mind-blowing one. This is getting y'all ready for the Halloween fall season. In the scene from Poltergeist where JoBeth Williams swims through a pool of bones and skulls, they were not props. They were real skeletons, real dead people. Apparently, it was cheaper for them to get real dead bodies to swim through opposed to having props. So she just bit the bullet on that one. I don't know how devoted of an actor everybody would be.
I think I didn't hear that one before.
Yeah, like real, there was real dead bodies. I could be devoted enough to do it, but God, the type of shower that I would take would be just unreal. It's just that it can't be too good swimming through dead people. Um, Number five is similar to the last one. Um, all of the worms and snakes in the final scene of The Craft were actually real. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes movies will do that. It's, believe it or not, sometimes it's cheaper in the budget to get real things. It's just that you can't. One thing about it is though, if any of you can get really sued, like really bad, if anything happens to any animal. Like if you kill a roach in a movie, like a real roach, you can get sued by a very prestigious company that pretty much what do you call it? They breed them because that makes it pretty much you will become an apex predator. That means you would kill something in a sense and wouldn't care as far as you, as long as you were making your money for it. That's not really good. You're not supposed to do things like that. So I don't know if anybody knew that. Six. Uh, this one is just it's mind blowing. Another one for the Halloween heads out there. Paul Bateson, who played an X-ray technician in The Exorcist, was a convicted murderer who dismembered and killed a series of gay men in the 1970s. He was really out there living that life. And um, I'm all for everybody having their own choice of their own sexuality. So you know what I'm saying, to go and kill and dismember them all, you had some really deep problems. And personally, it probably was homophobic problems. He probably was not trying to admit something that he had going with himself. Cause I don't understand that, but that was the tea, everybody. Sorry about that. They try to be. All right, here's another mind blowing one. This one's for hold on to your seats. Hold on to your seats. O.J. Simpson was almost cast to be the Terminator, but James Cameron thought that he was too pleasant to portray a dark character. Clearly, that's how you know the movie came out before the trial. If we being real, cause yeah, OJ man, you got some really dark ways. Hey, look, I ain't gonna say much. Everybody go if you don't know who OJ Simpson is, go read the trial. Go see who he is. The Terminator came out in 1988. I want to say, you know what I'm saying. His trial happened in '94. So yeah, y'all just go tap into that and you'll see what I'm trying to say basically here. I don't want to get too far off topic. Number 8. Now this one's crazy. This one because I love Jurassic Park. And this one's about Jurassic Park. Um, the sound of the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park is actually a recording of two tortoises having sex on a loop. So that noise, that's really them two tortoises having sex. It's just on loop. That's the sound of the Velociraptors everybody loves. So I wonder if that ruined the movie for y'all. I hope it did because it ruined it for me. All right. Number 9. This one's for you, Mr. Buds. Just 1 minute of The Nightmare Before Christmas took an entire week to film. Just 1 minute when he's doing like that when he's just making that scary face. That took one whole week. So that shows you how really serious it is with people when they're these animators. Animation is one of the hardest things to do. You know what I'm saying? And just 1 minute of it took a week. So that shows you people probably be very happy when they get through filming and making these movies. Kids' movies are not to be taken lightly. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of hard work put behind it. I want everybody to know that.
I just want to throw this in there. Anything pertaining to kids is not to be taken
Not
lightly.
at all.
Everything pertaining to kids is very hard.
Very, 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 very much so. Everybody should understand that. Please act accordingly. All right. Last, certainly not least, most of the dialogue in the film Blair Witch Project was improvised. See, they did something different. Something I always wonder if you could do with actors. They gave them an outline of what the movie should be like, what it's about, and basically told them, now run with it. We're putting our trust in you to make this movie very entertaining, because we ain't writing no script. I want to hear what y'all would say if you was in this situation. Personally, I would like a lot of horror movies to be shot like that, because it will give you real reactions. Not to get off topic, you know what I'm saying, just because I got a little bit of time. There was this movie called Hatchet. It's a very good movie. It's very low key, but it's a really good movie.
Is it based off the book?
For Hatchet?
Yes.
It depends. Is it about Victor Crowley?
Sorry guys, I never seen the movie, but do he get stranded?
No. See, Hatchet. This is a horror movie. This is about a man named Hatchet Face. You know what I'm saying? Kids was teasing him, and they, on Halloween night, the kids threw a little cherry bomb through the window when he was at home. He was very deformed. You know what I'm saying? So he was always teased a lot. And when he was trying to get out of the house because it was on fire, his father used the axe to chop the door down, and the axe hit him in the face. Hence him being Hatchet Face. Now, the whole point of me bringing this up was what the director did. He never let any of the actors see how he was gonna look. So they don't know what they're running from. So when he comes out, you're seeing real reactions of what you would do if you see something like him coming at you with a hatchet. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about the art of film is dope when you let people improvise. Improv is one of the best forms of acting and doing any of this stuff because you get a real reaction of what you would probably do. You know what I'm saying? Some people was running in a scene, they weren't even supposed to fall. They fell because they were that scared. They were freaking out. You know what I'm saying? That just shows you the raw, uncut beauty of the art of filmography, everybody. And, You know what I'm saying? I hope I really entertained a lot of the film buffs out there. If not, I mean, even if you're not a film buff, I hope some of these, you know what I'm saying, that you knew about, you look a little differently. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you'll look at things, pick up on Easter eggs and stuff when you're watching movies. But yeah, that was the ace, man.
Time's up. That was pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? You explained the part about the movie Hatchet very thoroughly because I've never seen it. I'm gonna throw in a little fun fact about myself. I haven't watched too many movies to be honest. So when I'm listening to all of these, I'm actually envisioning a lot of what's going on. Hence why I probably wasn't as enthusiastic about these mind blowing facts as you guys probably are. So, you know what I'm saying? But we're going straight over to Mr. Buddy.
Alright, what's good, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Your boy Fly here. So, I did my facts about the brain. You know what I'm saying? I guess I would give a very informative topic today, something that everybody can learn from. So, let's go ahead and jump right into it. My first fact: multitasking is actually impossible. When we think we multitasking, we're actually context switching. So that means that we're quickly switching back and forth between different tasks rather than us doing them at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Your error rate goes up 50% and it takes you twice as long to do things when multitasking. And I can speak from personal experience, you know what I'm saying? It's always better to just focus on one task at hand and then go ahead and jump right into the next one. So, for my second fact, about 75% of the brain is made up of the water, which makes dehydration much more imperative. I'm talking about as small as up to 2% can have a negative effect on your brain functions. So, dehydration, a loss of sodium, and electrolytes can also cause acute changes in memory and attention. So, make sure that you stay hydrated, you drinking your water, you getting your electrolytes, make sure you filling your body up because it also affects your brain. Headaches are caused by a chemical reaction. Chemical activity in your brain, the nerves or blood vessels that are surrounding your skull, or the muscles of your head and neck. So, in all of these combined together will play a primary role in your headaches. Serotonin is also a necessary chemical for communication between the nerve cells of your brain. So, when serotonin or estrogen levels change, there is a result of a headache or a migraine. It affects both sexes as well, so it's not just limited to men or women. You know what I'm saying? The fluctuating estrogen levels is what's going to affect the different headaches in women. Just for all you women out there, you know what I'm saying, who may be catching headaches, maybe you want to just keep your estrogen levels balanced out, you'll be fine. So, fourth fact: it's a myth that we only use 10% of our brain. Come to find out, we do actually use all of our brain. And, excuse me, we're using even more than 10% even when we sleeping. So, even though all of your brain's regions may not be going off at the same time, you know what I'm saying? They're mostly continually active over a 24-hour period. So, fact number five: cholesterol is key to learning and memory. The brain has a higher cholesterol content than any other organ. You know what I'm saying? About 25% of the body's cholesterol actually is from the brain. So the brain is very, very highly dependent on cholesterol. But the metabolism of it is very unique because the blood brain barrier prevents brain cells from taking up cholesterol from the blood. So the brain has to produce its own cholesterol. It's much more stable than your cholesterol and other organs, but when it breaks down, it's recycled into new. So it just keeps rebuilding and recycling itself, you know what I'm saying? So the old cholesterol recycles over into the new cholesterol and it just does that repeatedly over and over and over constantly. So, for my sixth fact, dreams are believed to be a combination of imagination, physiological factors, and neurological factors. So, the limbic system in the midbrain deals with emotions and both being awake and dreaming, which includes the I don't know how to pronounce this word, so you know what I'm saying. Excuse me, but amig amygdala, you know what I'm saying, something like that, which is mostly associated with fear and is very, very active during dreams. Dreams are proof that your brain is working even when you are sleeping, and the average human has about 4 to 7 dreams per night.
I think it's amygdala.
Amygdala, okay.
I
Thank you.
think so.
Thank you so much for that.
I think it begins with an A.
Yeah, it
Let's
does.
see.
amygdala. If any of y'all know which word that we trying to pronounce out there, you know what I'm saying, feel free to pronunciate in the comments, because it's a big one. It's a hard one for me,
Yeah, man, people ain't perfect.
especially with pronouncing words that you ain't never pronounced before. That's a big A word.
Amygdala.
Amygdala. So that's what that word is. So for fact number 7, the brain actually does not feel pain. There are no pain receptors in your brain. It's the meanings, the coverings around the brain, and stem, which is coverings on the bones. Those have the receptors of the brain surrounding your skull and all the scalp. They have pain receptors as well. So you can have surgery done on the brain, but technically your brain won't feel anything. So a brain freeze is really a warning signal, officially called a sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia. A brain freeze happens, of course, we know when you eating or you drinking something too cold. You know what I'm saying? It's your blood vessels being chilled and the arteries in the back of your throat being very chilled, including the ones that go to your brain. They constrict when they're cold and they open back up when they're warm again. And that's what causes the pain in your forehead. It's actually your brain telling you to stop whatever you are doing to prevent changes in the temperature. So for anybody that's getting brain freeze out there, of course you know to stop, but it's not actually something that you should play around with. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that to your brain. You're gonna affect something very, very negatively. So fact number 9. Dreams are believed to be a combination of, did I say this one already? No, I didn't. Dreams are believed to be a combination of imagination, physiological factors, and neurological factors.
Yeah, you
I
did.
did. Let's skip that one. Let's go back to that one. So, your brain is a random thought generator. In 2005, the Science Foundation, you know what I'm saying, they did some research regarding human thoughts per day, and the average person has about 12 to 60,000 thoughts per day. Of those, 95% are exactly the same repetitive thoughts as the day before, and about 80% of those thoughts are negative. You know what I'm saying? So for my last and final fact, your brain actually uses 20% of the oxygen and blood in your body. Your brain needs a constant supply of oxygen. As little as, I say, about 5 minutes without oxygen can cause some brain cells to die, which will actually lead to severe brain damage. Also, the harder you think, the more oxygen and fuel your brain will use from your blood, which is about up to 50%. So every single minute, about 750 to 1,000 milliliters of blood flows through your brain, enough to fill a bottle of wine or a liter bottle of soda. So I hope that I can give y'all some informative things about your mind. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you learn something that you didn't know before. You can put it to good use. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this can benefit you in life in any type of way. So I hope you guys enjoyed these facts about the brain.
Okay, so we all seem to beat our time or, end up just at the right moment. You know what I'm saying? So we've been on here for 28 minutes. You guys, let us know in our comment section below who had the best facts, who had the worst facts, what facts stood out to you the most. Did you learn anything? You know what I'm saying? Please and please, your feedback is always appreciated. You know what I'm saying? What we need to work on. You know what I'm saying? What do you like most about our podcast? And just overall, please like, subscribe, and share. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for all of you guys' time. Until next time, you know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm
You know what
saying?
I'm saying?